Okay, guys, the current topic is Photoshop. I'm going to talk about what it is and what it does do. Okay, Adobe Photoshop, or also known as Photoshop or PS. Basically what it is a graphics program made by Adobe. And what you can do with it is make pictures, signatures, banners, logos. The current, they have the latest release is CS4 and CS4 Extended. But personally, I think that CS2 was good because CS2 was awesome. But right now I'm using CS3. But right now, do you guys think, if you think that Photoshop is overpriced, please tell me if you think Photoshop is overpriced. Send me a message or something. I'll have a poll later. One thing that I dislike is Photoshop's portable, because the signatures lag and you can barely do anything and so and so. But yeah, it is overpriced. I think Photoshop is for Mac, Windows, Vista, and XP. And I also think it's for maybe Linux, possibly, but I'm not 100% sure on the Linux part. So yeah. But let's see. In 1987, a guy named Thomas Knoll, a PhD student at the University of Michigan, began writing a program on his Macintosh Plus to display grayscale images. And this program called Display caught the attention of his brother. And I guess the releases of Photoshop are in November, 1992, a Microsoft Windows port of version 2.0 was released, and a year later it was ported to the SGI, IRIX, and Sun Solaris platforms. In September 1994, version 3 was released, which introduced layers and had palettes. And in February 2003, which is the 20th century, Photoshop shipped with the camera, but also about 4 years ago, Photoshop renamed itself to Adobe Photoshop CS. The name abbreviates CS for products in Creative Suite, and their logo focuses around a feather rendered in shades of blue and green. And it's also used in 9.0. The 11th version, Photoshop CS4, was announced on September 23rd, 2008, retaining the same blue icon modeled after the periodic table elements that was introduced with CS3. In January 2008 this year, the Wine Project announced official support for Photoshop CS2, allowing the Windows version of Photoshop CS2 to be used on Linux. So now it's 100% confirmed that it's for Linux. So yeah. The features, I'm going to go into the features now. It supports PNG, CompuServe, GIF, GIF, JPG, and of course, the all-reliable Photoshop PSD, Photoshop document. It saves all your layers. You got all your layers. It saves all your layers. And when you reopen it up, you got all your layers there if you need to make changes to your project and such. And I think that's pretty nice. Oh, okay. It also supports TIFF, I guess. Now, CS3 has 3 main components of improvement over previous versions. It works more productively, and you can edit with unrivaled power and composite with breakthrough tools. Now, if I could, I would show you a picture of Photoshop, but I don't think I can do that currently with ustream. The Photoshop family is CS3, CS3 Extended, Elements 7.0 for Mac, Elements 7.0 for Windows, Elements 7.0, and Adobe Premiere Elements 5. Photoshop CS4, which currently got released, but all those Juarez sites that do piracy and stuff, they just leak them early when they suck in their beta stages. That just sucks. And yeah, that just sucks. CS3 is available in Arabic, Chinese, Chinese traditional, Czech, Danish, Dutch, and of course English, Finnish, French, German, Hebrew, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Swedish. Now fonts. You can go to any website like www.dafont.com and you can download a font from www.dafont.com. That's www.dafont.com. And you can get any font there, almost any, that you don't have to buy. And in Photoshop, you can also get, well, currently I don't know, but like, okay, if you guys think that, like, okay, when I use Photoshop CS3, I always complain because the font, the text, it looks really ugly. So what I do is I make it sharp looking and smooth, and I can make it strong and all that stuff. Also, a lot of people use Photoshop to make web layouts, and then they use it in Dreamweaver. So yeah, and pretty much is all good with that. And no, those of you wondering, I guess, question in the audience, am I drunk? No, I'm not 100% drunk. I don't drink, as I'm under the influence. Now, okay. Do you know what the price is for Photoshop right now? Well, in just a few minutes, I'll tell you the price. And you're gonna be like, wow, that's overpriced. So, yeah, I mean, seriously. A lot of people, they go on to adobe.com and they download a free trial, right? But those losers, they crack the trial, and I guess you can use it for free, I guess. Now, let's see. Photoshop CS4. The current price is, for the United States version, the whole price. And Leon, get the fuck... Oh, excuse my language, I'm sorry. Okay. They're full Photoshop CS4, and it was just released. $699. $7 plus tax. Seriously, that's overpriced. It was just released. I mean, seriously, you can get a nice computer for that exact same price. Not some, program. I mean, if you don't have a computer and you buy a program, that's kind of stupid. Who would want to do that? Literally. I find that very stupid. But, pretty soon I'm going to have a poll. A poll of, do you think Photoshop is overpriced? and you can vote in that once I put it up on the screen, next to that link. And yeah, so I mean, a lot of people like Photoshop. I personally like Photoshop. There are other people out there who like Photoshop alternatives like GIMP. And GIMP, I'll go into that another day. Maybe this weekend, maybe not. But dude, I think that's expensive. $700. That's outrageously sick. Now, the next topic I'm probably gonna rant in is, well, most of you will like this, Mozilla Firefox. That's the next topic on Racoon's Corner. Catch you later.